Hey, yo. Check it.
Welcome back, hero.
My word is my sword, Hokage and Batosai, pulling the blades out of the forge, yo. Prior to my knowledge of the Force, was thinking Jedi, but through obtaining holocrons from both sides, I'm under gray skies. Everything that glitter ain't kyber crystal, my mind to lift you. In this time we shine together, disarm your pistol, yo. Welcome to the SwordCast, my wordplay, my swordplay when blades clash. Welcome to the SwordCast, my wordplay, my swordplay when blades clash. Welcome to the SwordCast, my wordplay, my swordplay when blades clash. Welcome to the SwordCast, my wordplay, my swordplay when blades clash.
Explosions.
Bruh.
What happened?
Jer in our Discord said you can cheat a meal, you can't cheat Dave.
No, he been wilding with the Dave stuff.
Dude, Omega level Dave that's never gonna get old. First of all,
No, it's not. My explosions were really quiet. I had to turn them up.
Can you hear me? Okay, there.
Yeah, you in there? There it is. We back.
We back.
Episode 83.
83. Oh, episode.
Why are there not that many wide receivers with you would think that would
Is Doug Baldwin number 83?
Oh, that sounds about right.
I think Doug Baldwin is number 83. Who else is number 83? And that does it for the sports section of SwordCast. Doug Baldwin, I hope you're number 83.
Yeah, I don't know. That's weird. You would think that number is every 80s number, but like I can think of a bunch of 84s, 85s, 80s,
82s. Even though I only gave one, I know more.
I feel like 87 is more like a tight end.
Was Deion Branch number 83?
I don't know who that is because I don't know football. Don't know what that means.
But yeah, man, episode 83. What are you into, man?
Bro, I've been playing so much goddamn basketball, nigga.
Let's go.
I've been playing a lot of basketball, bro. It's been dope, man. I've been trying to find a place to hoop consistently. I know you're working on something in the pipeline.
Yeah.
But lately I've been going back to my old hooping stomping grounds, bro. I used to play at the South Oakland YMCA in Royal Oak. I mean, I'm talking about from like age 12 to like 22. Like I would consistently be there like every fucking day. That's where I got that's where the 100 jump shots a day. A lot of that happened in my backyard, but when I couldn't get to the backyard, 100 jump shots. Shout out to my mom, would be there with me catching. My mom, tiny 5'3" woman catching rebounds and throwing them back to me for like hours. So shout out to her.
That's amazing.
So I've been playing lately. I've been waking up, trying to get a workout in. My back and fallen arches have become a problem. So I got to stretch nonstop. And so I had a cool moment last time I was there, which was yesterday. I went in the morning and I started early. I started my workout. And when I say started my workout, I did a couple of ball handling drills. I stretched. I start off shooting free throws. I have to, when I do my free throw drill, I don't really count like how many I make in a row. It's more like I need to make like at least 4 out of 5 as many times in a row until I feel satisfied. And I don't really know what that turns into. Then I do like 5. I do 10 from 5 spots inside the arc, 10 from 5 spots outside the arc. But all the ones inside the arc, I try to do like off the dribble or like roll the ball out to yourself, catch and turn and shoot. That's what kills you though. That's super tiring to do by yourself. Super tired, and that's what fucks me up is doing that without a rebounder.
Right.
And then I do set shots from 3, 10 from 5. All of it is hard if you don't have a rebounder. The good news is this particular workout, about 20 minutes into it, a kid came in, probably 19, 20, 21 maybe, 6'3", 6'4". I could tell he could hoop right away. Like he just had a good body for hooping. He was on the phone, didn't say nothing to him. He just he started shooting on the other rim, or because the Y has they don't have the full court. They kind of have it separated. He started shooting on one of like the kitty side rims, and I kind of waved him over like, come on, bro, shoot your shots. So I heard him. He just kind of shot around by himself. I heard him talking to somebody on the phone saying that he was leaving to go overseas today, actually. So it would have been yesterday. And I was like, I didn't say anything. So as he was shooting his shots, I started to rebound for him. And then after a while, I just stopped shooting. I just stopped getting my own boards. I stopped shooting my own basket. I put my ball down, and I just started rebounding for him without saying a word to him. And he shot probably about 50, 60, 70 jumpers. And then after a while, I would start running out at him and playing defense. I would point to a spot, have him, go to a spot, have him do a dribble move. And I flat out, we had a silent workout together. I didn't say anything. Fire. The only thing I said to him was towards the end, because I still didn't really complete my workout yet. I was like, I'm about to leave in a second. Let's do 10 from 5 spots.
Right.
And then, we again didn't say nothing to each other and just and completed the workout. I kind of bit off a little bit more than I could chew because I'm super competitive. So we were making, he was a good shooter. I think I'm a better shooter than him. Right. But it's me. That's what I do. He was clearly in better shape and was 6'4". So I wasn't trying to play him one-on-one, obviously. But in terms of shooting, I was trying to make it in make 10, because we were doing make 10, not shoot 10, right? So I needed to make 10 in fewer attempts than him. And so from the corner, no problem, splash. Then he from the wing, he started shooting, and I fucking talked too much. He stepped back a little bit, and I was like, you said you was going overseas, right? Step back, go to your 3-point line. Right. This nigga stepped back 25 feet. And I was like, okay. I mean, it's hard to shoot from that far away. I don't care who you are, unless you're Steph Curry. So he wasn't making them super consistently either, but he got hot and made them. Then when I got out there, I had to shoot from the same spot he did, just because I would be a bitch if I didn't do that.
Monster.
That shit is far away, bro. It was actually okay in the corner. On the wing, it was fine. We were shooting from about NBA 3, about 23 feet, and that was just about as easy as a regular 3-pointer. But then when we got to the top of the key, bro, he was shooting from 3 feet behind the NBA 3-point line. Dang. And I'm like, bro, and I even had to level with him because I was like, bro, this is at the very edge of my range, because every shot, I eventually got hot and I started making them, but I missed 7 in a row that were just short, bro, just short. And I'm like, those were supposed to go in. It's when I put the button combination in, but the shit just didn't reach. You know what I'm saying? I had to, so basketball nerd, sorry.
Hey, well, actually,
so I had to lower my point of release, because usually my shooting pocket is about here, right at my eye. I can see this is.
Hey. Well, actually,
so I know that I'm in the shooting pocket when, from my perspective, I can see a V, a V like that, like an upside or like a A. That's how I know I'm in the pocket. So it's about here. I had to lower my shooting pocket to about here.
It's a more range.
And I had to straighten my wrist a little bit, because contrary, I used to do this with the kids that I work with. If you hold the ball like this in the palm of your hands, you would think, because you got more range of motion, you have more arc and more distance. But try to have a kid hold the ball like this, put your hand on top of the ball, and try to have them push up.
Right.
Almost impossible to do. But if you have a little bit more leverage, and your wrist is a little straighter, you have way more strength.
Right.
So I lowered my pocket and I straightened my wrist a little bit, and then I got hot, but it was hard.
Right.
So just to put all this, the point I'm trying to make is that this is where Steph Curry shoots from regularly,
all the time,
and
contested.
Right, off the dribble,
hand in his.
And I'm telling, and y'all know I talk a lot of shit when it comes to shooting jump shots. I tell you what. That shit was fucking hard. It just puts in perspective how incredible a shooter a guy like Steph Curry is. And then that was it. And then, we finished the spots and it was all good. I did make 10 in a row in the corner and I beat that motherfucker. He made 7 in a row, missed a couple, then I made 10 straight.
That's fire.
And I kind of I sunned him a little bit. I was like, "Hey man, keep shooting, bro." But it was cool though. It was a nice moment, man. I'm a OG now, so I had to look out for the young dog going to play overseas. So I hope he does well.
Yeah, that's dope, man. Yeah, bro. I obviously been training, but me and the homie J Pick, we kind of linked up. I think it was yesterday, and we just me and him are kind of getting together and choreographing some fight scenes. For the fans, y'all, he's the guy from the Train of Thought video. He was one of the guys. Hero was the other one that we did the drunken kung fu fight scene from the Train of Thought video. So me and him, we linked up yesterday, man, and we just we just gonna start doing these little 15-second fight scenes and like choreographing them and posting them. And we did one yesterday, man, and I posted it. It took us a couple hours, put it together, and then shoot it.
Couple hours,
and then shoot it to get it. Had to get it right, and it ended up coming out beautifully, man. It was really dope. So if you guys follow me, I posted on Instagram, and so I uploaded it to YouTube, so go check it out. It's 15-second fight scenes, me and the homie J Pig. And hopefully, man, we can like just turn it into something bigger one day, and it was fun, like when I'm doing stuff like that, it's always try to it's a lot of timing. It's a lot of timing that goes into it. It's a lot of timing and chemistry. But you also, I always try to eliminate like the small moments where there's like you never want moments where somebody's like waiting on someone else to do something, right? That's where like you gotta make it simulate a real fight. You know what I mean? And what would somebody actually do in that position, right? So. Yeah. So I try to cut out the moments where so no one's waiting for something to happen. Also, I don't like moments where there's like no real technique being, what I'm saying, being played. We kind of talked about this a little bit before we started recording. Like, so I just try to make sure that there's no gaps and no sloppy, like no moments where there's no real actual like martial arts technique being done. So, but it came out dope, man. I really enjoyed it. Also, man, oh yeah, I'm a Pokemon master.
Hey.
Official. Look, I am fully giving myself my Pokemon flowers. I made it to Master Ball tier, max Master Ball tier, which is the highest you can get in ranked competitive battles on Pokemon Sword and Shield. And that's an achievement, but the real achievement for me is like, bro, I did it with my favorites, my own builds, and no legendaries.
Strong.
You know what I'm saying? You know how I am about that kind of stuff. And I did it with my favorites, and that's it. And guess what? They were good enough. And I did that. I was hyped, bro. When I got it, I was really hyped. I was super hyped. I was battling somebody. I had Dynamax my blast. Man, I love Shell Smash Blastoise. Beast. If you can get that Shell Smash off, he's a killer. And I was going against somebody, and the match that I won, because basically it's kind of like get Elite Smash. Like, you lose, you go, your score goes down, you win, you go up. And I had won like 2 battles in a row, and I'm like, yo, if I could win this third one, like I'm about to get the Master Ball tier. And I'm battling this dude, and he starts off with Cloyster, and I'm like, oh God, I already know what he's gonna do, because Cloyster has this ability called Skill Link. And what they do is they do Shell Smash first. Cloyster's defense is really good, so you can't really one-hit kill it. So they do Shell Smash first, and then what they'll do is they'll give them a Focus Sash. So if you do one hit it hangs on anyway. And then it has this thing called Skill Link, where if it has a move that can hit multiple times, it always hits the max amount of times that it can hit. So what they do is they do Shell Smash, they get that huge boost in their attack, and then they do that stupid Icicle Spear move, and it hits 5 times.
Yep.
Every time.
Yep.
So I already knew they were going to do that. So I did a Shell Smash first, and then I just G-maxed Blastoise.
To tank it.
Yep. and then he took all 5 of those stupid little hits, and then just one hit killed it with with that G-Max cannon blaster move, and then it hung on because of focus slash. But the G-Max move hits him an extra time after with that little water swirl, and then I beat Cloyster, and then the dude quit.
Oh,
and
bitch.
I was like, because that was probably his whole game.
His whole gimmick, yeah.
So he quit, and I was like, he quit. Let's go. and then I got it. So I was hyped, man. So it was dope. I did it with and like y'all know I love Pokemon, and I always tell people like I feel like you can find a way for every single Pokemon to be effective, and you can find a way to use it if you like it. You know what I'm saying? Like I like I said, I don't use legendaries, and I don't use ones that I don't like. I only use my favorites, and I be winning battles competitive all the time.
They even do separate tiers or separate like leagues for like, I forget what they call it, like dinkies or something like that, where they like
dinkies,
where they do like only like Rat-a-tat and like Pidgey.
Oh my god!
But like a super like fucking EV Max version of that, which I don't care what you're like, that Pokemon is not going to compete against like the competitive ones, but they created like this entire league for like only that level of Pokemon.
That's hilarious.
And it's like, and since everybody's coming to the table with the same shit, it's like just as competitive. Right. You know what I'm saying? It's pretty cool.
That's dope. I might have to try that.
And they also do the same thing for they do I think it's the Ubers, the Uber tiers.
Yep.
Yeah, they do that for Lebreties.
Yeah. And it's but yeah, man, it was fun.
Did I just say Lebreties?
You did. What is that?
I don't know. I don't know what that is or why I said it. Lebreties. I think that I was trying to say legendaries, but sort of short circuited. I don't know
that's the name of this episode.
Lebreties.
Pokemon.
Right. Lebreties. Pokemon Lebreties.
Yeah, man, it was fun. It's dope.
Fire, man. Shout out to you. So what's next on your Pokemon journey?
I don't know, man. I heard about what is it? Pokemon
like Phantom League or something like that.
They got some illegal stuff that people be doing on the it's not illegal. It's not, you're gonna get arrested, but it's like mods. They do I think it's called Pokemon Showdown.
Yeah, Showdown.
Yeah, I was thinking about looking at that, checking that out. So, but yeah, man, Pokemon Master, Ash Ketchum. Boom.
All right, man. What happened in wrestling? I haven't. I actually forgot to watch AEW Dynamite.
It was cool, man.
I know they're getting ready for Double or Nothing.
Yep. Building those things up
this
next weekend.
Next weekend. Yep. I mean, obviously.
Yep. Getting ready for Double or Nothing. But really, the biggest news in wrestling is that Will Ospreay got a neck injury, and he has to give up the IWGP title. So I am just, if they were ever going to let Kenny come to the company,
they're going to do it, bro.
This would be the time.
It's like too good to not take advantage of. They're going to do it,
This would be the time if they were ever going to actually let him come back.
The cards are aligned. The belt collector gimmick is already going. Like, this is literally the perfect
there's no better time to do it than now. If they're going to do it. I mean, it's a big if, but if they were going to do it, this is definitely the time.
I agree.
So, I mean, I'm really hoping they do something like that. And if they don't, I think it would be dope if G1 was for the title. But then G1 is in like the fall because of the Olympics. So that would be a really long time with them not having a champion. So
yeah, I
would love to see the Kenny, obviously. But I wouldn't be opposed to them like doing like a small tournament to determine a new champ. If they did do something like that, I think, say they did a tournament, right? It should be small, shouldn't be too big. Maybe like 6 guys. Shingo's got to be in it. I think he's the MVP of wrestling right now. He's having a ridiculous year in terms of like match quality. Then I would say you got to have somebody from Ospreay's faction, I think, just because he was the champ. So he should have. So I would say Jeff Cobb.
Okay.
And then I would say you got to have a couple big dogs. I would actually not put Okada in it because I really wanted him to, because he's been gone for a while. I actually think he might be one of the guys that had COVID. I'm not sure though, but I would. He's the guy I was wanting to come back and beat Ospreay, so I wouldn't put him in it. But Ibushi, maybe Naito.
Tanahashi too old. He's like he's out of commission at the moment.
I mean, he's old, but he's still he just lost his never open weight belt to Jay White. So then maybe like I'm trying to think who else would be, because maybe Ishii, and then and Zack Sabre Jr. Boom, 6 guys right there. I would do those 6. Because like I said, I wouldn't want Okada in it because I would want to save him. And then it's like you still kind of want some fresh blood in there, you know, to keep it exciting.
What about Kenta? What's he been doing?
Oh, Kenta, yeah, that's another good one. I mean, Kenta would be another good choice to be in it too. So
is he still leading the Bullet Club?
He's still in it.
Part of it.
Yeah, he's a part of it still. Jay White is the leader, but I would do something like that, just like a small tournament, like 6 guys. Like I said, I would keep Okada out of it, but I would do something like that, and I think it would be dope. So we'll see what they do, man. Also, the belt design is kind of grown on me a little bit. Like I didn't like it at first, but again, I think my dislike for it was definitely rooted in the fact that they just replaced the one I did like. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think it's grown on me a little bit. I think it looks sweet. So I don't like as much as the old one, but I don't think it sucks.
All right, man. There was a trailer that came out this weekend, or actually right after we did the last podcast
episode, and y'all already know.
Tell me about it.
Y'all already know how long I've been waiting. They dropped the SnakeEyes poster, and I was like, and then they finally said they were going to do the trailer, and then they did the trailer, and I watched it like 6,000 times. Look, man, I haven't been this excited for a movie in a long time, bro. Like,
since what? Like maybe Deadpool,
bro? Because like I get excited for the Marvel movies, but like you know what you're getting.
Sure.
Because there's a difference between being excited and kind of having high expectations, but knowing it's not gonna suck though.
Sure. Yeah.
Like
there's nervousness here.
Right? Like this is kind of the same level of excitement I had for like the Deadpool movie, or for like Force Awakens. Like I remember when Force Awakens was coming out, I was like overly excited for that movie,
me too.
and like terrified at the same time. And that's how I feel about the Snake Eyes movie. Like this cast is amazing. Andrew Koji playing Storm Shadow, man. Andrew Koji is just unbelievable. Love him.
He's the man.
You know, and then like they got some real like legit martial arts guys. They got some good stunt team choreography. Like I'm expecting big things from this movie. And the trailer, I loved it, man. I thought the trailer was excellent. It showed me enough of what I needed to see. And I am just like, we're gonna see, man. I'm nervous, but I'm super excited for this movie. I have really high expectations for this movie.
I think it'll be good. I'm excited about it. My one question though is, because you know there technically already is a G.I. Joe universe. Is this going to be in that, or are they rebooting the universe?
I believe that this is not in that.
That would be for the better.
I would think that would be for the better, but then again, like you don't really know because technically they never show Snake Eyes' face, but they did show Storm Shadow's face. So I'm kind of hoping that this is just completely rebooting that, because those movies were actually trash.
Oh yeah, I was about to ask you, but you beat me to it.
Yeah, the movies are terrible, but this Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow stuff in those movies is awesome, but the movies themselves are terrible.
Yeah.
But
they didn't really get much of a platform in those movies.
No.
They got like a few scenes per movie.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They only had a couple scenes. But yeah, I'm so excited for this movie, bro. Like, and then of course, you know, you got your racist white old G.I. Joe fans that are mad because Snake Eyes isn't white.
Tell them why that's a stupid thing to say.
Y'all gotta go somewhere, man. We talk about this stuff all the time. Like, the character probably shouldn't have been white to begin with. Okay, guys.
For sure.
So, and again, like we always say, like, if you're gonna do that and you're gonna have the outsider and the foreigner be the ninja character, okay, that's fine. That's not the problem. The problem is that you make him the savior and you make him the better one and the hero.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what it was. That's what like I said before, bro. Like I remember reading G.I. Joe comic books when I was a kid, and you saw his face, and I was kind of like, oh,
that's weird.
yeah, you know what I mean. And I mean, like the original story, like you do see him before everything happens, and you see him without his like regular like Vietnam Army gear. But even still, he still has like a shadow over his face. You can't really see his face, but and then basically, that whole story. But then and you know what's crazy is I almost kind of feel like they regretted it maybe, because if you really read a lot of G.I. Joe comic books, like the further along down the line, like you never see his face. Like they never, you know what I mean? Like they really don't show his face anymore.
So here's a question. You're a G.I. Joe expert. What's the canon explanation? Did he damage his vocal cords, or did he do a vow of silence? Which one is the canon? Or are they both canon from like one in the comic, one in the cartoon?
The comic canon is that he damaged his vocal cords.
Right.
There's like an explosion that went off in his face.
Right.
And his face is like kind of disfigured, and he can't talk. That's the canon from the comic books. Then I've read other ones where he got like it's always related to an accident, like the whole vow of silence thing. I think that was from the movie.
Yes, I think you're right.
Yeah,
which is stupid.
Right. But we talked about it before. Like this is man, I'm so excited for this movie, dog. But I think this is their chance to make Snake Eyes the better character, because he's cooler. Yes, he is my favorite. He's my favorite fictional character, probably maybe ever. But he is the good guy. He's the hero. But in terms of like character development and like backstory, like Storm Shadow is 10 times a better character than he is.
Sure.
So I really hope that this movie gives him like that story that his character really needs, and gives him just a little more. And I mean, and again, bro, like hear these old fans go like, oh well, why doesn't he have his mask on? He's not wearing his mask. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't have blonde hair and blue eyes. Look, bro, stop. Y'all racist. Okay, it's fine. It's okay. The end. So I'm excited, man. I'm excited for this movie, and I got high hopes for it. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
Batman.
So, in terms of like trailers, right? What's a time where you were just like super excited for a movie to come out? And I'm skipping around a little bit here, but what's the time where you were like super excited for a movie to come out, basic because of the trailer, and then you saw the movie and it was just like a huge letdown?
I'm gonna have to really think about that, because I don't watch trailers anymore. For that reason.
They almost show too much. Like this. That's another thing I really liked about the Snake Eyes trailer, is I thought it was short and they didn't show too much. You know what I mean? Like I never want to see the best fight scene in the entire movie in the trailer.
Yep.
Because I don't like that. You know what I mean? I need to see just enough. Like I thought this trailer did a good job of not giving away too much. I thought it did a really good job of that.
I agree. That was a good one. I think the first two, like I think all three would depend, no matter how you feel about these movies. I think all three of the Star Wars new sequel trilogy, I think all three of them delivered on the trailer. I think I was the most excited about The Force Awakens in terms of the trailer, and it definitely delivered. But I think the one that was the most like holy shit was probably The Last Jedi, because that trailer was really like they tried to like fuck you in the trailer. They tried to like hey, like, here's some stuff. It was so bad that Ryan Johnson flat out said, like, don't watch the trailer.
Right.
Type shit. And I was like, okay. But to see how that like, regardless of how you feel about the movie, I happen to think it's fantastic.
Right.
Regardless of whether or not you think they, I don't want to get back. You know the thing that they do.
I know the thing.
But I actually have two better examples of not movies but cartoons or TV shows. One's a cartoon, one is not a cartoon. So Into the Badlands. When I saw that commercial, I was like, yo, that shit looks exactly up my alley. And it turns out it was.
Right.
And also Steven Universe, bro. The very first Steven Universe trailer, like teaser, it had this dope ass like kind of pop funky like trap beat to it. I was like, yo, this shit, what is this? This shit fire. And then when I actually saw and I actually just saw that. Here's the thing. Y'all know how much I love Steven Universe. I actually was not feeling the first like 3 episodes of Steven Universe. It started off really slow for me.
Yeah, it did. Cookie Cat.
That was dope. But it was because like the trailer showed like Garnet and she was kicking ass.
It's like
and,
action.
Right. And I'm like, yo, when the fuck does that shit happen? And then I was like, okay, that's when it happens. And then it like never slowed down after that. But yeah, Steven Universe, that trailer was awesome and it eventually paid off big time. What about you?
I
Deadpool
definitely
also.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Oh my bad.
My number one is probably Deadpool. The first one. The first Deadpool movie. I still remember I had a homie named Damien, and he always used to go to San Diego Comic-Con, and he used to get a press badge, and he used to be in the rooms when they would be showing all these like exclusive first looks at things.
So he saw that. I remember that first look.
And that year, those years ago, he was there when they showed that test footage for the Deadpool movie, and it ended up being the scene where he at the beginning where he drops down through the truck.
Yeah.
And he was like, he had sent me a text, and he's like, bruh, and I was like, yo, and he's like, you're not gonna believe this, and I was like, what is it? And he's like, I'm about to send you this video, and I was like, all right. And then he's like, they took everybody's phones there. They made you not be able to bring your phone in here before you came in here, but I snuck mine in here. And I was like, oh my God, what is it? And this dude sends me and it's like, it's like blurry how it is when you text a video. But I was like, dog, is that Deadpool movie? And he's like, bro, they're making a Deadpool movie. And I was like, oh my God. You know what I'm saying? And then I just remember just being obsessed with it, looking online all the time, and was really keeping up with like the making of it. And I really liked the villain they chose, Ajax. Like he was a big villain in the first Deadpool like comic book run in the 90s. And I was just like really, really excited and nervous. I didn't know how they were gonna be able to pull it off. And then I went to see it, and I thought that first Deadpool movie was fantastic, man.
Yep.
I thought it was awesome. I actually saw a movie twice in a row. I told you that. It's the only movie I've ever done that with. I saw it, left, and bought another ticket and saw it again. Saw it again right after. So I remember, I'll never forget, I was sitting next to a guy the second time, and he goes, man, I'm so excited. I've been waiting for a Deadpool movie to come out for so many years. And I was like, yeah, bro, it's fire. And he was like, what? And I was like, I actually just watched it. It was so good that I'm watching it again. And he was like, oh, you know what I'm saying? So definitely Deadpool, bro. I'm trying to think of one that was, I'm trying to see if I can think of one that I was excited for, and the movie ended up being trash. Oh, definitely Iron Man 3 with the Mandarin. Yeah, that. Because
I didn't even like that trailer because I didn't like how they were
depicting Mandarin,
like even in the trailer. Yeah.
I guess that's right. I don't know if I'm trying to think if there's a movie where I was excited. Oh, probably, bro. Wolverine, man.
Okay.
The one where they do like the Silver Samurai storyline. I thought that trailer looked dope, and I was kind of hoping that the movie wouldn't be trash, and the movie was trash to me. I hated it.
It wasn't good. It was better than the first Wolverine movie.
Yeah, but that's not saying a lot.
Yeah, God, worst depiction of Deadpool worst depiction of any.
We're not calling it that.
Right, weapon, whatever they were calling it.
That movie was terrible.
That's the worst depiction of any superhero I've ever seen.
Yeah, facts. That was what were they thinking?
I don't know.
Oh, okay, got it.
Got no idea.
Yeah, that was completely ridiculous.
Nonsense. Logan is another one.
Logan's fire.
It didn't disappoint.
Oh, I was about to say, I thought you liked it.
Where the trailer was dope and then the movie
ended up being dope. Yeah.
So sorry, you about to say?
Yeah. But yeah, man. And again, speaking of trailers, did you see the we had the like Phase 4 Marvel trailer?
Yes, I saw it.
I thought it was really good, man.
Yep.
What did you think about it?
Dope, super dope. I mean, there wasn't a ton there that we didn't already see,
right?
But you got
to get people excited about what's coming next.
Yeah, man. You had the draw. I think the two biggest ones were okay. So there was the name drop of the Black Panther sequel.
Mm-hmm.
And also, I don't know if this was intentional or not, but it seemed very clear that they were teasing a Fantastic Four.
I felt the same way
with the 4 logo,
yeah.
and it stayed on the screen for like 3 straight seconds.
Right.
And I'm like, what the fuck y'all doing? I mean, I know the sweaty, right? Like,
Hey, well, actually,
that I know that looks like the Fantastic Four, right? So, like, what are we doing here?
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, we know they're doing a Fantastic Four movie, but I think it might be coming sooner than we think.
I agree. I told you, man, I just always thought it would be dope if at the end of one of the movies they would show like Avengers Tower getting purchased by, you know what I'm saying, by Reed or something.
Yeah.
And then big crane removing the Avengers A down and putting a 4 up there.
Yeah, that'd be dope.
I thought that would be dope. But what's it called? The Baxter Building.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I thought that would have been fire if they would have did that as like an end credit scene in one of the movies.
Yep. Look, I'll be honest. I've never been a super duper huge Fantastic Four fan because they're so white, and because that's really the reason why, because they're just like totally unrelatable,
right?
Because for the longest time, like that was the first family of Marvel. That was like their most popular shit for like in the early, even before X-Men popped off.
Some of the best villains in Marvel comics are Fantastic Four villains. Dr. Doom, Galactus, Kang the Conqueror.
So they were like so you know how now the Avengers are the A team. The Fantastic Four were the first A team.
Word.
Then it was X-Men from like the 80s through the 2000s, and now unfortunately it's the Avengers. It's crazy how much, like, I don't even dislike the Avengers, but I'm such a fan of the X-Men that I hate that they tried to they tried to sacrifice them.
They really tried to, bro. Like,
they tried to get rid of the X-Men for the Inhumans, and I'm like, bro, like, why y'all disrespecting them like that?
All for the movies, bro.
Because like the peak of Marvel, the peak of comics, like no team got more love than the X-Men.
100%.
In terms of like just even the Justice League, even through DC, like there was no comic book era and no team, like recognized team of comic book characters at any point in comics that hit a higher popularity height than the X-Men. I don't even think anybody comes close.
Right.
What do you think?
No. I mean, for sure, no. I just think that the Avengers really got turned up when the movies started. Oh,
for sure. Out. And I get it.
I liked the Avengers as a kid. I loved the Avengers comic books. I have a ton of them, especially like Heroic Age stuff. But I think for people who've been reading comic books, we all know that the X-Men were always the A team. You know what I mean? And then we talked about it a few episodes ago when we talked about the Avengers versus X-Men story, comic book story. Like they just mailed it in, kind of like that could have been. You know, that was something people had been waiting on for forever. Yep. And they just kind of rushed it, really, like you said, to be like a facilitator to like kind of push the X-Men into the background because they didn't own the film rights. You know what I mean?
And which is why I understand why Marvel did what they had to do. They didn't. I mean, it's not like they hate the X-Men. They just realized that they couldn't make the kind of money off of them because they didn't own the film rights. So they need to make sure that they've been trying to align the comics with the movies for like the past 10 years.
Yeah, and I don't like that. Like, because they did the same thing with the shows too. Like, I don't know if you remember when they canceled Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes for which I talk about all the time. It's a amazing cartoon. You guys should check it out. But when they replaced Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes with what's the name of the other show?
Avengers Assemble.
Avengers Assemble, yeah, and I didn't think it was even close to being as good. And it's because they were trying to make a show that represented the characters in the movies, you know, instead of the comic books.
Yep. It's the same thing with Spider-Man too. When I mean, even though it was a little bit of a different situation because it still wasn't Marvel, but they changed. I mean, there's been so many different Spider-Man cartoons, and none of them have been any good in my opinion since the original 90s one.
Ultimate Spider-Man was okay.
I don't even remember that.
That was the one that was out. I mean, they didn't already.
Oh, it was like 2003 or 4 or something like that.
It was probably like, I think that was a different one. Ultimate Spider-Man was like, it was out. It probably came out in like 2012 or something like that.
I didn't catch that.
It was pretty good. I actually liked it. My son used to like it too. But it was.
They had Miles in there.
They did. They had an arc with Miles in there. They had Agent Venom on there.
I do remember that
Deadpool episode on there.
You know why I didn't like it? Because why are y'all calling it Ultimate Spider-Man and it's not starring the Ultimate Spider-Man? Who is? Right. I mean, I'm not saying like the Ultimate. Literally the name of that character. Right. Is Ultimate Spider-Man because it's from the Ultimate Universe, which is Miles Morales.
I think they just called it that because they were trying to. This was like the Spider-Man that was working for S.H.I.E.L.D. You know what I'm saying?
Grief.
Yeah, but whatever.
Right.
But yeah, bro, I've been putting in the time. I want to talk about Warrior Brand. I finally finished it.
Welcome to the party, dog.
Yo, I finally finished it. Look, man, I'm gonna say it right now. I think this is my favorite live action show ever.
This is not a surprising take. I predicted that this would be your reaction, which is why I kept trying to get you to watch this shit.
Like, I love Into the Badlands so much. I love that Handsome Sibling show. Mm-hmm. I think Warrior might be my favorite show ever.
I agree, bro. It's to me because it wasn't like there were two things that Warrior. Okay, so in the case of Handsome Siblings and Into the Badlands, there are elements of nonsense in the background, right? Like Handsome Siblings is in this sort of like wuxia sort of Crouching Tiger world that's like not fake, but it's also like not really
ultra romanticized
for sure. Yeah. And then you've got Into the Badlands, which is this like Mad. I mean, it's actually a fire concept,
right? It's
like a Mad Max like post-apocalyptic world.
Yeah, but there's still like superpowers and
niggas are flat out like got magic,
right?
Which I'm cool with, and it actually worked really well.
It did, the way they did it was
Into the Badlands, but this was just a straight up like biopic, damn near of like a real historical time frame, and the people were like they're tangible, right? Like I could like see this happening. And just like the juxtaposition of imagining, that's what made me enjoy it so much. Like I love Andrew Koji, but like that also in just envisioning like, man, that was like, imagine that this is Bruce Lee's story, right? Like imagine a like anti-hero Bruce Lee as like a gangster.
Crazy, bro.
That shit is just so dope, bro.
And the crazy thing about Andrew Koji is you can see Bruce in him at times.
Facts, 100%.
Not only is he just unbelievable, he's so good at martial arts, but he's a great actor too, man. Like he's such a good actor. Yep. In this show, you guys gotta watch it if you haven't watched it. It's on HBO Max. Warrior. I loved it, man. I think so. You know, let's talk about it. What are some of your favorite episodes?
So some of my favorite episodes are the the last episode of the first season where he finally squares off with
yeah.
what's I don't remember the character's name, but Joe Taslim's character.
Yeah.
That was dope. I think in terms of who got the most hands, Joe Taslim is right up there with Andrew
His
Koji.
character is really I love his character too. He's kind of like he's on the opposite side, but he's pretty honorable guy.
Yeah, he's like him and Assam have like a legit.
Yeah, they have a respect for each other.
And they don't like each other, but they got mad respect just because they both got tech.
Yeah.
I like the cowboy episode.
The Wild West episode.
The Wild West episode.
Really good, yeah.
I liked some of since these stories are not episodic.
Yeah.
They are serial, so like they kind of they blend together. But I think it's easier for me to some of the arcs that I like the best. The big gang fight.
Man, that episode was
that might be my favorite.
The episode was called "Enter the Dragon," wasn't it, or something
like that because they
the Dragon,
they had the poster,
it was
the nunchuck poster.
Dragon. It was nuts. Which is my favorite Bruce Lee movie.
Yeah. So that was probably I really, and just not in terms of his martial arts, but I loved his boy whose name I can never remember. Young June. I loved his arc. His arc was so fucking dope. It reminds me of, so for those of you who like gangster crime shit, it has like, so imagine like Wild Wild West meets fucking, or like a kung fu wuxia flick set in the old West with also a little bit of like The Wire involved in it as well.
Yeah, literally, it's crazy.
Really, really dope.
For people that have never seen. Oh my goodness, that was a terrible shot by Jordan Clarkson right there.
Streaky, he'll bloody cash and then airball type player.
But for people that don't know what it's about, Warrior is a show that it's basically tells the tale of Chinese immigrants coming into what was the United States at the time.
Yeah, San Francisco
Gold Rush era. A lot of racism, a lot of Irish people in this area that don't want the Chinese people coming there because obviously they work for lower wages and it's a lot of labor stuff going on. Blah blah blah. The main character Assam, who's played by Andrew Koji, comes off the boat. Basically, only comes to America looking for a sister, which you find out a lot of stuff there. But he ends up joining a Tong, right, which is a gang, a Chinese gang, and he's becomes like a hatchet man, which is he's kind of like muscle and the brains a little bit, but he's an amazing fighter. And there's all these different Chinese gangs in Chinatown in San Francisco.
What do they call it when they describe somebody who can fight? What do they have like a way of describing it?
They do, and I forget.
Oh, they just say he can scrap.
Yeah,
he can scrap like a motherfucker.
They literally say he can scrap.
Yeah, that's exactly how they describe. He can scrap like a motherfucker. That's literally line.
How they say it.
I think Young Jun was like, I heard he could scrap like a motherfucker. Like, that actually happened in the show.
And but you got the Chinese gang warfare stuff going on. You got the like just filthy politicians and filthy cops, you know what I mean? It's a great show, man. Crazy, just gritty, bloody action, like unbelievable fight scenes. Andrew Koji, man, dude is unbelievable. My favorite episode was definitely that episode with the it was the second to last episode of season 2. It was the big gang fight where basically what happens is it's a long story, but anyway, these a lot of the racist Irish people kind of go to Chinatown and they just start beating up on the people there, and it's like a big riot in the streets, and they just kind of start tearing Chinatown up, killing people, and basically the rival gangs, they just kind of realize that they're at the end of the day they're Chinese, and they got to come together to stop this threat. So they team up, and there's just like a giant fight, and it's amazing. And
for like the whole episode,
Andrew Koji has a ridiculous nunchuck scene, which I believe the one was like shot in one take. It looks like, which is amazing. But it's so good, man. But that episode made me cry. When at the beginning, when Jacob, when they hang him, it's ridiculous. It was really crazy.
Yep. My one complaint about, and this is not anybody's fault necessarily, but I could tell that, you know, there are still too many white writers in the writing room. Get this, stop lifting up the innocence of white women.
Bruh.
Like, stop that narrative.
Yeah.
At the expense of like brown people or people of color. Like, I can't stand that. Like, you have to have, there's always this angle of redeemable white person, and there's always a blonde white woman who is like
the
sweet
girl who's,
and
a toy's love interest.
no, not even her too. But I'm talking about the mayor's daughter or wife.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, like this whole, and like who was like kind to Jacob, the fucking quote unquote manservant, which is what she called him,
manservant.
So like just this and then you see it all the time. Stop normalizing. God damn it. You know what I'm saying?
The word.
This is how you're supposed to use this shit, you motherfuckers. Do not normalize this idea that white females, white women need to be held at this level of innocence that like supersedes everything else, right? Like just like the Bill Burr rant where the white men tried to co-op. Like, nah, white women have tried to take this shit and turn it into, what did he say? He tried to hijack the woke movement. When historically white women have like, again, we're talking about white privilege. We're talking about white supremacy and the role that white women have played in white supremacy in general, which is to stand by and uphold it. Right. And so like, we can't, and this is certainly not like absolving white men of participating in white supremacy, but we, you know, recognizing the difficulty and the reality of being a woman in a man's world, there's empathy there for that. But there's also the realization that like your whiteness in most cases supersedes your womanhood. And from my perspective as a brown person,
right.
So like, you are going to face as a woman issues, but you're also still white,
right? And
that shit matters as hell. And so when you tell this story in Hollywood of lifting up and putting on a pedestal white woman innocence is really disingenuous to me, especially when it comes at like the expense of all the other brown women, right, all the other Asian women in that show.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And there's so much like racism in the show. That's my only thing with it is the racism turns me off a little bit sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Because it's so much and it's so constant all the time.
But you know what? No, hold on. I actually think that's cool, and here's why. I mean, sure, is it like, I think the feeling that you're feeling of like, damn, bro, like what the I think you're supposed to feel that way because that's how they felt.
Yeah.
Like
it's an education thing,
and it's a realism thing. Mm-hmm. Like that's how these white people treated these Asian folks back then.
Bro, Dylan Brooks, sidebar.
Yeah, no, he been going crazy.
We have the Memphis Grizzlies Utah Jazz game on. Dylan Brooks is playing out of his mind. I've never seen him play this good before, ever. Every
time I turn around, he's at the bucket,
bro. He's got like 20. He's got to have like almost 30 points. He's going crazy.
I'm not sold on him as like one of my guys necessarily, but he's playing well right now.
Yeah. Also, isn't he like? Didn't he do something stupid in real life? I feel like I don't know. If he hits this, bro,
he's unconscious right now,
bro.
Yeah, he's unconscious.
How many points does he have? 30.
Let's see.
Sorry, guys.
A little bit of a sidetrack.
A little bit of a SwordCast sidetrack. How many points does dude got? 30? 29. Oh my goodness.
And it's still in the third quarter.
And he's scored their last like 10 points probably.
Yeah, he's been unconscious. He's gonna drop. He got a potential to drop 40.
Yeah, Ill-Advised 3 coming up. Heat check. But
anyways, I was saying the reason why I appreciate them doing that is because, like I said, man, don't shortchange how racist and how disgusting white privilege looked back then.
Facts. And this show definitely does not hold back with that.
I mean, it's just like remember we talked about the Tucson Haitian Revolution movie. They wanted a redeemable white character.
Yeah.
No, they will all be beheaded.
Facts.
All of them.
And the only redeemable, I guess there is Lee, Officer.
Oh, yeah.
Who's
Facts.
a pretty cool guy.
He is cool. He had a kind of a sad arc.
Yeah, he's got a really sad arc, actually. But yeah, man, this show does not hold back, man, and it's great. You guys gotta watch it.
Fantastic.
Man. You gotta check it out. Warrior.
Hey man, if we gonna do historical shit, like don't go easy on the white folks here.
No,
let's keep it real.
And they do not in this show. Also, man, I gotta say, throughout the whole show, I was just getting so annoyed by how Mr. Leary kept getting off.
Yeah.
He just kept
getting away.
He kept getting off. Like he would just, like, he wasn't involved in the riot, but he didn't stop it. Like he wasn't involved in Jacob getting hung, but he didn't stop it. And he's always just kind of getting off easy. And I can't tell you how much in season 2, last episode, when Assam goes to his bar and he's just kind of like, I'm about to, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Let's go outside and scrap.
Right, bro. What's up?
You know what I'm saying? And I love that. And he beat him up and told him Cass not to come to Chinatown anymore. Fantastic.
Yep.
But yeah, man, you guys gotta check it out, man. Warrior, Andrew Koji's incredible. He's also playing Storm Shadow in the new G.I. Joe movie, which is in the new SnakeEyes movie, which is one of the reasons why I'm so excited for it, because of him. Andrew Koji straight up is in my top 5 favorite martial arts actors now after watching the show. He is that good.
He's very good.
100%, man.
Great actor, great martial artist. Perfect pick for this show.
Mm-hmm.
Very British, sneaky British.
Yeah.
Half Japanese, half Englishman.
Englishman. But yeah, man, amazing. Also, my second favorite character in the show is a toy. I love her.
I was actually going to bet that she was going to be your first favorite character.
Yeah,
I know that you love Asian women with swords.
Yes, I do. I love her, man. She was my second favorite character. Assam was definitely my first, but she was, bro. If he scores this, I'm going home.
Bop.
Okay, I was gonna say cut the podcast off. But yeah, bro, she was awesome. She was my second favorite character. I was like really hiding under the blankets because I thought she was gonna die, and I would have been so mad at that part where the two beefy white men come into
that was a fire scene.
That's goaltending. They didn't call that. That's filthy. John Clarkson about to clank another 3 off the backboard. When is Donovan Mitchell coming back?
He was supposed to play today, but he couldn't go.
That was a huge shot. All right. Anyway, back to what we've been talking about that we keep getting sidetracked on. Yeah, man. A toy, amazing character. She's my second favorite character. That fight scene was very, very good.
Yes. You know what was really clever as well? I loved how they didn't. I mean, I don't know if I loved it, but like,
bro, Dylan Brooks is going crazy.
Yeah, he's. I missed it, but yeah, he's on fire. I'm all for speaking your native tongue, but they use a lot of Asian American actors, and what they did,
the way that they. So, am I right to the way that they're not speaking English? Right?
No, the way that they did it was that they would. Assam is an interesting character because he learned how to speak English well, but what they did for every other character was that they would switch. They would, as the first episode, they would have them speaking in Mandarin. And then they would like switch in mid-sentence to English. And what that symbolized for the viewer is that you are now like listening to them from their perspective. So it sounds like a language that you would understand, which is in this case English. And so the reason why that's interesting is because a toy would speak with no accent when she was speaking to Assam, but when she was speaking to someone who was American, she would speak with a Chinese accent.
So good, man.
Which was a clever kind of thing. And the reason why Assam and his sister never did that is because they were the only two who spoke like really good English. And also the dude with the hat too. Mm-hmm. He was a good character also. Chow, yeah, Mr. Chow.
Yeah, fun fact, Mr. Chow plays Long Fang in Avatar, the guy who was the like Lao guy in Ba Sing Se.
I can totally see that.
But yeah, man, let's go. You can only pick 3.
Boom.
Let's get it. It's time for You Can Only Pick 3. This is a good one, man. I'm interested to see your answers for this one.
All right, let's see what we got here.
I'm interested. But yeah, man, please, y'all, go watch Warrior. It's on HBO Max. They just announced season 3. I probably won't be done for a long time, but they do have 2 seasons. They do leave you on some gigantic cliffhangers. But I mean, hey man, at least they announced season 3. Into the Badlands leaves you on a giant cliffhanger.
Holy shit.
We got some live action heroes here. Live action TV heroes, not films. Live action TV heroes here. What are you looking at, my guy?
Interesting. Okay. Wow. This is really good. Okay, so first up we've got Mando. Who we all know, Din Djarin. We've all experienced that together. Super good character. Then we've got Arrow. We've got Steve. What's his last name? Amell. Stephen Amell as Arrow. I will be honest. I lost interest in the Arrowverse because it got real CW-ified.
I thought it was really good for the first like 2 seasons, and then I think it just went down the drain after they left it on for too long, man.
Yeah,
not every show needs 10 seasons, bro.
Yeah, I stopped watching after. I know. Shout out to the homie Gary.
I watched the first 3 seasons, and then I just had.
I actually thought the Flash was better than Arrow. But even that, I mean, CW has
filmed the city.
Yeah. See, I don't know, bro. It's just every CW show just feels like a kid show or like a young adult like Dawson's Creek type show after a while. And I'm just kind of like, that's not quite for me. Okay, so then we got Jon Snow. The hero of Game of Thrones. This is interesting, man. Ain't no good. There are no good characters, and there are no like true North characters in Game of Thrones, except for maybe Jon Snow. He is really heroic. He's got a very, very good arc. I don't know what I'm gonna do yet. So I know that Stephen Amell is out as Arrow. I love the Punisher, but this cat, Joe, whatever, John Barenthal, yeah, he's out as Punisher.
He cracks me up on that show. He like screams.
Hey, you know he fucking reminds me of John Moxley, bro, doesn't he? He reminds me of John Moxley, bro. This fucking lunatic, crazy person. Like, bro, chill out. Chill out. All right, so next we got man, I can't pick anybody. So we got
John Moxley.
He is John Moxley as
he's
the Punisher.
Definitely John Moxley.
So then we got Falcon, Captain America Falcon with the fucking cold ass suit, man.
Bro, one of the best comic accurate suits ever.
This show made me care about Falcon in a way that is really interesting because I didn't really care about him very much before this. Really good character. Then we got Assam. Assam is close to being my first keeper, but I don't even know about that because it's gonna come down to 4, I think. So then we got Daredevil. Really, hey man, Daredevil was fire. I really liked it.
Fire.
I really liked it.
Daredevil was by far the best Marvel Netflix show, in my opinion. The first 2 seasons are really good. I think the first season is still the best one.
Yeah, I agree. I never finished the 3rd season, but the first 2 were good for sure. They kind of
was that Dylan Brooks, bro?
No, that was.
Oh my goodness. Okay,
that was Grayson Allen.
Grayson Allen hitting clutch threes against my Warriors. You jerk.
My only complaint about Daredevil is they kind of played out the hallway fights. They had one every other episode.
Yeah, and then
the first one was amazing, no doubt.
Which one? I didn't really care for the one where he had his hand taped to a gun.
I don't even remember which one that was.
I think that was season 3 or season 2. I don't remember. I didn't really like
the
that one.
The very first one.
Amazing.
Where he didn't even have the suit. He just had the black.
That's when the show was the best, in my opinion.
Agree.
When he didn't have the suit yet. He was out there, man. He was
whooping the ass.
Yeah, I like that.
All right, then we got Sonny from Into the Badlands. He's one of the people that's gonna be potentially one of my keepers. And then we already talked about Punisher. Then we got The Witcher, Geralt. We've got Henry Cavill as Geralt, however you pronounce it. I think they pronounced it Geralt in the game. I don't know.
Geralt of Rivia.
Yeah. I love The Witcher. I still haven't fucking beat that game.
Say the F word like girl.
Fuck. Man, but that show was so good though. I can't wait for season 2 to come out.
I loved it, man. I thought it was fantastic.
Yeah. He's not. I don't think he's gonna make it just because I got 4 people that I really need. So these people I don't have as much of a relationship with. I loved The Mandalorian, obviously, but I don't think he's gonna survive because I got Jon Snow, I got Assam, I've got Sonny, and I got.
This is hard.
Yeah, man, and I got the Falcon, the sweet version of Falcon.
Right.
Those are the 4 that I am having trouble with. And I need to figure out who's gonna go. Okay, all right. I think I figured it out, bro. I think I figured it out. Only because the story is incomplete. I found a slippery loophole. Watch this. Yeah, that was Grayson Allen. He just.
Oh, okay. I keep thinking everybody that scores on the Grizzlies is Dylan Brooks.
Nah. So I found a real slippery loophole to get me out of this without feeling bad. Watch this.
Uh-oh.
So because the show was canceled and we were left with a cliffhanger that we'll never see ended, I'm gonna have to cut Sonny. Only for that reason. And it allows me to be activated. Sam Wilson, who I did not care about. But that show was so good, and he really was the man. He was really the man. He was awesome. Really impressive. He had some tech. They had some fight scenes where he was really kicking ass.
Yeah.
So it allows me to be woke and be activated. So I'm gonna go with Sam, Assam, and Jon Snow.
I like it. Boom. Let's go.
How about you?
All right, man. We got Mando up top. I love Mandalorian, man. Everybody knows that. One of my favorite shows. One of the best Star Wars things ever. He's dope. Then like I said earlier about Arrow, man. I actually really enjoyed the first 2 seasons of Arrow. I just think it went super downhill after that. It started becoming more about Felicity and a bunch of other stuff than it was about Arrow. So he's not going to be one of mine. Then we got Jon Snow, who I know is a dope character, who I know you talk about a lot, but I have not watched Game of Thrones.
Right. We wouldn't expect him to make this.
So I really included him for you because I know how much you love that show.
Appreciate.
But then we got Falcon. Again, man, I didn't care for him until this show, and they just did such a good job of making him like one of the best characters in the MCU, man. Like they really did a good job of making him just, and like you said, bro, he was the man in the show. Yeah. Like he was the guy. He was the better character, I think. I was a little frustrated with the way they did Bucky, but it was the Sam Wilson show, bro, and I'm not mad at that.
But I know Bucky is your guy, but how often do they kind of sacrifice the white guy for the black guy to be sweet?
Right.
Like, and that kind of sucks because we both are fans of Bucky, but like it's also like, bro, that never happens. They almost always sacrifice the sweet like black person Like they did in the Yasuke, right? They sacrificed Yasuke for the magical white girl or the Japanese girl, the magical non-black person.
That's a dope alley-oop. But yeah, I feel you, bro. All right, but then we got my guy. We got my first keeper. We got Assam from Warrior. We just talked about Warrior. I can't stress enough how dope Andrew Koji is in this role. The nunchuck scene from episode 9 in season 2, man, it's very Bruce Lee like.
100%.
Just incredible. Love the character. Love Andrew Koji. Assam is gonna be my first keeper, no doubt. Then we got Daredevil, man. What's his name? Charlie Cox that plays him.
Yep.
Man, such a good job playing Matt Murdock. Season 1 of Daredevil is very, very good. The fights are always good. Like it always drives me nuts to just see how good Daredevil was and then see how bad Iron Fist was. And just be like, how did this happen? Just the Cuddy fight scenes, man. Like don't get me started on it. Let me shut up. But then we got my second keeper.
Yeah, sir.
That's Sonny from Into the Badlands. Daniel Wu, awesome. I love the story of this show. Like they were making the show, and I know he helped create it, and he's kind of like they're like, yeah, they were looking for the main character to play the role of Sonny, and they're like, yeah, we need a kind of a middle-aged guy, not too young, but maybe in their 40s, speaks really good English and like Asian guy, master martial artist, and then they're trying to find a guy who can speak really good English with those credentials, and they have trouble finding one, and then they're like, wait a minute, it's you.
Yep.
Like you play the role, you know what I'm saying? So, and he's incredible. Sonny is such a dope character. The fights in this show, like out of everything on here, if we're talking about fights, it's definitely Warrior and Into the Badlands that have like
no doubt
just incredible fight scenes.
I would say that Warrior scenes are more grounded in reality.
Yeah,
but
for sure.
Into the Badlands is more flashy and like dramatic
and gross. I mean, Warrior's got some pretty violent stuff too, but Into the Badlands was just all weapons, pretty much.
Yep.
Swords and such. But yeah, man, Sonny's my guy. I love Sonny, so that's my second keeper. Then we got John Moxley. I mean, Punisher. Punisher was dope. It was a good show. I watched all seasons. I liked it, but he's not gonna be one of my keepers. Then we got Geralt of Rivia from The Witcher, which I absolutely love this show. I can't wait for season 2. All right, man. So this is gonna actually come down to. This is a little harder than I thought. Okay, so my first keeper is Assam from Warrior. My second keeper is gonna be Sonny from Into the Badlands. My third keeper. This is gonna come down to Falcon, Mando, and Daredevil here. Man, I love Girl too, but just this is a little more difficult than I thought. I'm a cheat like you did. Until I see Mando with the Darksaber, I can't choose Mando in this field right here. I gotta see Mando with the Darksaber. All right.
Still kind of tough.
Man, give me Black Captain America, dog.
It's hard not to. You know what I'm saying?
It's hard not to pick Black Cap, bro. Give me,
because he was good,
bro. He was good,
and it was kind of,
a little bit,
bro. A little bit. I was like, okay,
yeah, bro. It was. Give me Assam, Sonny, and Sam Wilson, bro.
Hey,
let's go.
That's you can't go wrong. There were 5 correct answers here, at least.
Facts.
And
because like I said, that came down to 5 characters, 6, 6 characters for me. So that's a good one.
All right, bro. Here we go.
All right, dog. Let's go. Tier list time. We're gonna keep it.
Wow.
We're gonna keep it live actiony heroes, but this time we're doing a tier list of the MCU heroes. MCU only though. We're not considering their comic book stuff. Only their presence in the MCU films.
All right, let's see. Boom. All right.
And you don't have to make another tier, right? So
I don't think so.
okay.
We're gonna get rid of this. Remove.
Uh-oh.
Nope. Fuck.
Yo, who made that Omega level, Dave art?
That was Josh.
Josh. Shout out to Josh, man.
Shout out.
That is
to
hilarious.
Josh.
We need to put that on a shirt.
Yeah, no, it's fan. We got lore.
You should wear it when next time you see him.
Dog, don't like get me in trouble.
I'm sorry, bro. he probably outside. Yeah, he probably got the mics tapped.
Yep. Omar, what you doing?
Heads clippers.
How do you full screen? Isn't it?
Did you ask me a question about a computer?
My bad.
What the heck?
There we go.
Anyway, all right, man. Let's go. A tier list of the Marvel MCU good guys.
Okay.
Let's get it.
So, wait a minute. This is a really, really important stipulation. Are we only doing MCU feats? Only
MCU, no comic book stuff.
Oh.
This is MCU only.
Okay.
Because it would be so different if comic books were included.
100% facts. Okay.
So this is only MCU. MCU only, comic book, no comic books coming into consideration.
Ooh. Man, I think S tier is gonna be light.
S tier is gonna be light.
I can think of one guy that I know for sure is gonna go in S tier.
I can think of two.
Okay.
Off top, I got two.
Oh, I can think of two.
I got two S tier.
I see three.
Okay,
but maybe that's it. Okay,
we gotta protect the S tier anyway.
It's gonna be light. So, all right. First things first. MCU. If we're doing only MCU, Iron Man's
S tier. If we're doing MCU, in my opinion.
I don't know if he's. I think he gets a shot. But I think okay. Why don't we put him at A tier? I don't think he's no lower than A tier. Why don't we put him at A tier to start? Because I got three guys who I think deserve it more than he does.
Crazy.
I think, bro.
MCU. I heard Tony Stark.
Hey, dog. Just
all right. Let's put him in. Okay, put him in A tier.
For now.
Right.
Wait. Let's decide this. What do you think the cap is? What do we need? What are we gonna stop at S tier?
I mean,
or do you don't even want to think about it like that?
I don't even want to think about it like that.
Because I
think, bro, he's sacrificed so much, bro, all the time. First Avengers movie.
Oh, you know what?
First Avengers movie, he's the one that takes the missile to space to blow up the Chitauri ship. The Thanos snap. Which obviously, yes, right. But he is. This is not comic book Tony Stark, bro.
No, I know. I know, and that's the reason why he gets a look at S tier. I just thought about one of the people who I was thinking about for S tier,
and it's just like, bro, a lot of these guys got superpowers, and he's just a smart dude, man, in a suit out here fighting aliens. And
so when I moved him to S tier, it wasn't because of I know all of Tony Stark's feats. I was just thinking about one of the three people that I thought deserved it above him, but then I had to put in perspective, we only are talking comics.
Yes.
And so one of those people does not. Yeah, sorry, we're only talking MCU. So one of those people does not earn his S tier spot, and we'll talk about him soon. Nick Fury. I think for him to have his hand in everything, he can't go any lower than B tier, in my opinion.
I'll put Nick in B tier.
Okay, what are we doing here? What are we doing with this?
Why do we separated it?
Yeah,
I just leave the Bruce Banner one off.
So Hulk is one of the guys who I think has been underpowered here.
Facts, underpowered, underwritten, under a lot of things. I actually enjoyed what's his name? Edward Norton.
Yeah.
I actually enjoyed Edward Norton's Hulk more than this one.
Yeah, I don't disagree.
I loved Hulk in the first Avengers movie, but I did not love him after that.
I think he's too big a player to go any lower than B tier.
Yeah. If this is film, I would put him in B tier.
Yeah. I agree.
Who we got next?
We got Rhodey.
We got James Rhodey. I mean, I would put him in C tier.
I agree. I don't know if he quite deserves D tier, but he didn't do much.
He didn't do much for me either.
Okay, so here's a character that I'm not as high on as a lot of people, and that's Black Widow.
I actually love Black Widow.
Stop fucking doing Hurricane
Rounders.
I just can't stand that, bro. Like, stop it.
I'm actually more a fan of Black Widow film than I am Black Widow comic book.
That's shocking because she got some fire comics.
She
bro.
does, but I actually like her better in the movies, man.
All right, man. Well, I'll let you. What do you want to do with her?
I mean, bro, here we go, man. Again, like dope fight scenes gave her life for the cause too. I would put Black Widow in A tier, bro. I know you're not as high on her, but if we talking movies, I'll put her in A tier.
That's acceptable, I suppose. Okay, here's where we need to have that conversation. Thor was one of the guys that I thought deserved the S tier shot, but
I think Thor from Ragnarok up is like one of the. See, I did not like Thor in the first two Thor movies. Loved him in Avengers, loved him in Ragnarok, loved him in Infinity War. Mm-hmm. I mean, and then he was a boss in Endgame too. So I mean, yes, Fat Thor, blah blah blah, but he was still. I don't know, man. I think Thor might be he might be flirting with S tier.
I don't know if I can put him and Tony Stark in there though. That's the thing.
I think Thor's got this single. He might have the best like entrance in these movies.
He does. He be making, and he also did the most work in Avengers, the first Avengers.
Yeah.
That bottleneck where that nigga just the thunder and lightning on y'all asses.
Yeah, that was fire.
So okay, this has become harder than I thought then. So I was thinking the same thing.
I'm looking at this right now. Okay.
There's two guys that are no-brainers S tier.
Let me say this. Okay, real quick, go down. Hold on. Okay. Boom. Boom. Boom.
You doing more booms than I only see two. I only see two.
I see three. I see three guys that should be S tier, in my opinion,
including Thor. And so you're saying that you see, if we're gonna include,
I see four S tier altogether. With Tony there, I see four.
Okay. We'll see.
Let's put Thor in A tier for now, and then we'll come back to it.
All right. Then we got Loki.
I mean, Loki became a little redeemable at the end, but again, I'm not a huge fan. I think he was obviously he was the first villain in the Avengers movie. But I mean, I'm kind of indifferent on him. Don't really care for him.
I think he deserves B tier because I think Loki, his best work is ahead of him.
Yeah. Okay. I like
Heimdall, sneaky good character.
I loved Idris Elba's Heimdall.
Me too.
Bro. I loved it, and I loved when he was catching some bodies in Ragnarok too. With the sword.
He was. I think in terms of his character being kind of minor, I don't know that he can go any higher than B tier. What do you think?
I put him in B tier. I liked him a lot. Thought his character was really dope.
Hawkeye.
We got Clint. I think he's underrated in these movies, bro. I think he's B tier.
I agree.
I enjoyed him. I did a lot. I thought he was pretty good in all the movies. So
all right, man. Here's in my opinion the first no brainer. Captain America. S tier.
Yes, sir. S tier. That's all I can say. Yeah, man.
No,
Steve Rogers MCU is just a fantastic character, man.
I agree. Now we got Winter Soldier.
And we got Bucky. Man, if this was like Winter Soldier movie Bucky to me is one of the best characters there is. But just considering everything as a whole,
he got sidetracked. He got sidelined. He got
really sidelined, man. Like I'm almost, bro. If this is films, like I almost want to put him in C tier because I just feel like he hasn't really done anything, bro. Like outside of the Winter Soldier movie.
Okay.
I think we could put him in B tier just off the strength of the Winter Soldier movie.
How good he was, yeah.
Yeah. And we got Falcon, bro. I think after the show, man, he's got to be A tier.
I agree. I was gonna ask, are we including? So we're including all
everything.
of the MCU.
Yeah,
okay.
Maybe that's why I have another S tier character because of that. That could be why.
Interesting.
More news at 11.
I have 2.
Who's that? Star-Lord?
Yeah.
D tier.
No argument.
I really don't. I don't care for him.
And so look, man, I'm gonna just do this now. This is, I don't even remember her name, but the Pepper Potts iron suit.
Is there E tier?
No, but we'll just yeah.
And then we got Gamora. Look, Gamora, comic book Gamora, I love her. I don't think she's bad in the movies. I just don't think she's as dope as she should be.
I agree.
I would put Gamora in C tier. Nebula C tier as well. D tier.
How about Rocket?
Comic relief. How you? I don't know, man. Where would you?
I would put him in C tier.
Okay.
He's actually funny though.
Yeah.
But like, it's one thing to be comic relief; it's another thing to actually be funny and
Right.
as a comic relief character.
I feel you.
So now we got 2 Groots here. I don't know why they did this.
Let's just put them together.
Baby Groot and full grown Groot.
I love Groot, man.
Groot's dope. I think Groot is a B tier character. He's he's
And
also
Groot also saved everybody's life.
he did.
So
Yeah, he's had a lot of feats.
facts.
Drax the
Drax.
Destroyer.
Drax is funny, but again, like another character that is just really, really not how he should be.
No
in
higher
the
than C
movies.
tier,
Yeah.
maybe even D tier because
I
of
would put
how
him
much
in
they disrespected
D
him.
tier.
Yondu.
Yondu. I'm Mary Poppins, y'all.
What a great line.
I'll put Yondu in C tier. Yondu is sneaky, probably the best character in the Guardians movies.
Yeah, he's
Outside of Groot.
that's like one of the great lines in all of the MCU.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, man. Let's do this. Let's do this together. WandaVision. What are we
Okay.
doing here?
Oh, WandaVision. Okay. All right, man. Hear me out. Look, bro. I think Vision is S tier, bro.
Ooh.
I think after this, if you go back and watch the movies from when Vision starts being in them, then you watch WandaVision. I think Vision is one of the best characters in all of the MCU. Super powerful. His character in WandaVision was even
Brilliant.
even more.
Yeah.
I think he's one of the best characters in the MCU.
You know what? I don't hate that. I've always
we
liked
can put
Vision.
him in A tier.
No, I like that take. I agree. I think he should.
I think WandaVision is what put him
Yeah.
over the hump.
But
bro.
I even in because you got to think like he's presented as far more powerful in the MCU than he is in the comic.
Yeah.
Even in Age of Ultron, he was presented as like the equal to like kind of superior to Ultron.
Yeah.
I mean, he flat out defeated Ultron kind of by himself.
Right.
Which is saying a lot. I mean, Ultron is like one of the all-time villains, and you're saying to me that this version of Vision is more powerful than him. Like I think that this is not a crazy take.
Okay.
How about Wanda?
Ooh, Wanda.
I didn't like Wanda's character that much until
WandaVision.
I liked her before then. I thought she was good in the last 2 Avengers movies.
Okay.
But obviously, like from Infinity on, she's been great. I didn't like her much before then. I don't think she gets S tier consideration, but
I'll put her in A tier.
I will put her in A tier.
Okay.
Man, they wasted Pietro.
They sure did, man. He really can't be higher than like C or D.
I agree.
So why would we don't even
know.
rank that one?
Yeah, okay. All right, Ant-Man.
Comic relief. I think Ant-Man's hilarious. I love him, but
Not a big fan.
again, if it was Hank Pym, I would feel better about it.
Agreed. All right, the next
S
no-brainer.
tier.
The Black
T'Challa,
Panther.
King, Black Panther, Chadwick Boseman.
All right, man. So here's this one. I actually didn't have him making the S tier cut.
I don't either. And
Only
I think
because
if
we haven't had enough of him.
If this is just MCU, again, this Spider-Man, I do like him. I'm not saying I don't like him, but I still great Peter Parker I just think the Spider-Man needs work still, man.
I don't know. I think I like him more as Spider-Man than you do.
I think that I loved him in Civil War. I loved Homecoming. Far From Home was like a step down for me. I did not really enjoy that movie like a lot of other people did.
Oh, I don't think it was. I think it was a step down too. I don't even really remember it that well, to be perfectly honest. I think I think he is the best Spider-Man insofar as he's the best combination
of Peter and Spider-Man.
And Spider-Man. He's not the best. I think he's the best Peter Parker by far. But we both agree that Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man is the best Spider-Man. Just the character with the sort of lanky fucking you can't see me, but I'm like, the Spider-Man poses, the best depiction of the spider sense ever, in my opinion. I
agree, man.
That scene on the subway where dope. Bro,
so good.
It was like better than the show, than the 90s show. I was like, yo, that is amazing.
Yeah, bro. It was fire.
He was not a very good Peter Parker though, so I get it.
No.
All right, so I think he deserves A tier at least though.
A tier. Boom.
Doctor Strange.
Ooh.
Another guy who I don't know if he's gonna get S tier consideration, but he's a guy who is really, he's a heavy hitter. He's really
heavy hitter.
I think he would have got S tier consideration if he had been introduced earlier, because what status he holds in the comics, and they're trying to build him up for that, but he doesn't have it yet.
I think I enjoyed his movie, and I really loved him in Infinity War too. So
me too.
I'll put him in A tier.
Agreed. Wong, good character. Small time though.
Small time.
Yeah.
Ancient One.
Don't even want to talk.
Don't even want to talk about. Not even gonna get into that. Mantis, very very sweet power. Not in the comic book. She's like a really good fighter. In the movie, she's kind of just like
just kind of a weirdo.
Kind of a weirdo. She's got. She played a really important role in the Thanos plan.
She did. I forgot about that. She kind of put him to sleep. Put him literally in a sleeper hold.
I think she gets C tier because of that.
Put that nigga literally in a sleeper hold.
Nighty night, bruh.
All right, man. Valkyrie.
Oh,
Valkyrie's dope.
B tier.
I agree. Valkyrie's
love Valkyrie. Really such a good character, man. And we got this is Genius Shuri here.
Yep, Shuri and
who is that? Okoye from the Dora Milaje. Oh yeah, she's dope too. Oh man,
one of these girls goes in A tier, but I don't know which one. I can't quite decide.
You know which one you already know who I'm putting in A tier.
Because it's too many martial arts. Arts are too martial.
Yeah, bro. Arts are too. Yeah. Then I put Shuri in B tier.
She got to go high up in B tier though.
That's fine.
She's dope.
Boom. And then we got, who the heck is that?
Teen Groots. Come on with
man,
the Groots.
Stop with the Groots, man. Don't even rank all of them.
All right. Just here. This is just Groot.
There we go.
All of Groot.
There we go. What the heck is that?
That's the Wasp.
Bro, I can't see it from back here, and it literally looks like a duck. Like I can't see it. It looks I thought it was, I don't know what that is.
Dog, what? You have any grapes, nigga? Motherfucker. You got any tape? No? You don't? Okay, then you got any grapes, you hoe ass motherfucker?
Y'all gotta listen to them. Y'all gotta get on YouTube. Yeah, watch the video my kids showed me. What's it called? The duck song?
The duck song.
There's 3 of them. Please just don't ask any questions. Just watch them. They're hilarious.
And it's very catchy.
And it's really catchy and funny. So just watch it, please. Got any grapes? No. Wasp.
CD tier.
Yeah. C tier.
All right, so hold on. Before we do that, this is just another version of the Hulk. Why are we doing this?
We're not doing that. We're not doing that.
I think that's I don't even whatever. All right, so then we got Captain Marvel.
Oh, we got Captain Marvel.
She's a powerhouse. She's got S tier power, but she hadn't been around
long enough. I actually liked the movie Captain Marvel.
Me too. Y'all incel cats need to chill.
And I thought she was cool, man. And when she showed up in Endgame.
Right.
So
I think she's an A tier character.
I think she's an A tier character, man. Thought she's
agree.
dope. And stop acting like y'all weren't excited when they showed the Captain Marvel emblem at the end of Infinity War, because you were. So stop.
And I don't know who y'all thought it was gonna be.
Right.
There hasn't been a male Captain Marvel in like 70 years.
Yeah, bro, y'all need to stop. I thought it was gonna be Marvel.
Really? Did you think that? Because we haven't seen a Marvel comic since like 1964.
Bro, literally, they stopped making them. But yeah, man. Let's take a look here.
I think we did a good job. This is an acceptable S tier.
I think I'm good with this. I think Thor is fringe S tier. I think Thor. Do we got to put Thor in S tier?
It's your call. I am a little uncomfortable having more than 4 people in S tier.
You're cool with Vision being in S tier.
I think Vision has a better. He's a better. Like I don't know actually. I don't know, dog.
Do you think we need to switch Vision and Thor?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay,
I think so. Just because like it's Thor, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that
like
kind of matter.
Thor from Ragnarok on is pretty much, he's flawless.
These are the 4 that I thought were gonna be in
S tier. Gotcha.
I think that
I'm not mad at it.
Yeah, I think you could make an argument. I mean, I think, to be perfectly honest, man.
You need to switch Steve and Tony though.
Oh yeah, I'm fine with that.
And then you need to put T'Challa.
I'm fine with that.
Right.
Yeah, I like it. Can be. It can. Yeah, this is good. I think this.
I'm good with that. I'm good with that, man. I think it's good. Look at Star-Lord chilling down there in D tier.
Almost as bad as the. This is good.
All right.
All right, man. Good. We got it.
We did it.
That was tough, but we got it.
It was tough, but we got it. Episode 83 in the books, y'all. Hey, man, make sure y'all just follow me on social media, man. Check out that fight scene I was talking about that me and the homie J Pig did. Yeah, watch Warrior, HBO Max. Please check it out.
Really, really good.
Really, really dope, man. Real quick before we get off the air, man, how has your Mass Effect playthrough been going?
Oh, bro, that shit's fire, dog.
Fire.
I just started Mass Effect 2 today.
Okay.
I think the step up in game quality from Mass Effect 1 to 2 is probably the best out of any game ever of all time.
Oh, wow.
And that's saying a lot because Mass Effect 1 was already fantastic.
Yeah.
So, and Mass Effect 2 literally is probably, it's feeling like maybe my second or third or fourth favorite game ever. Like it's up there with Shenmue, it's up there with Ghost of Tsushima, it's up there with Marvel vs. Capcom 2. Mass Effect 2 is a fucking masterpiece, bro.
Fire.
So yeah, it's going great.
Boom. All right, y'all. Episode 83. Thank y'all for listening, man. Make sure y'all go listen to my new project, Maverick Hunters with Mega Ran. It's out now. We got a video for Memory Card produced by Hero, of course. And then we got another video coming out soon called Dear Summer. Then we got another video coming out for Clash of the Titans.
Hey.
And some
stuff happening.
Some stuff happening with Clash of the Titans. So yeah, man, make sure y'all check that out. And we will catch y'all next week, man. Thank y'all for listening. Peace.
My word is my sword, Hokage and Batosai, pulling the blades out of the forge, yo. Prior to my knowledge of the Force, was thinking Jedi, but through obtaining holocrons from both sides, I'm under gray skies. Everything that glitter ain't kyber crystal, my mind to lift you. In this time we shine together, disarm your pistol, yo. Welcome to the SwordCast, SwordCast. My wordplay, my swordplay when blades clash. Welcome to the SwordCast, SwordCast. My wordplay, my swordplay when blades clash. Welcome to the SwordCast, SwordCast. My wordplay, my swordplay when blades clash. Welcome to the SwordCast, SwordCast. My wordplay, my swordplay when blades clash.